Don't forget about
reacting.
the Robert the Doll location, though. There was a time I've never seen Sam almost throw up from, and that was a huge physical reaction. That just happened.
That
too.
just happened. I've never.
Is this a new one?
This is a newer one. We just came out with it last month. Apparently, Robert the Doll, if you don't know the story, have you ever heard of Annabelle?
Yes.
So Annabelle is a
movie?
movie franchise. It's based
Yeah.
on a real doll. So the real doll is apparently the second most haunted in the world, and Robert is the number one most haunted in the world. And so
Robert's more haunted than Annabelle?
apparently
Apparently.
that's what people say.
Allegedly.
When's he getting his movie?
Exactly. He's got plenty
Is
of
that what it
movies
looks
about
like?
him.
He's just got a plain face?
He needs better
I
blurred it.
look on.
Blurred it?
Yeah.
we blurred it.
We blurred it for purposes, but if you want
Why?
to just Google image
Why'd
it,
you
because
blur
it's because you're not supposed to take pictures or film it. That's the biggest no-no. And we're obviously there filming a YouTube video. And funny enough, going back to Zach
Show it,
Bagans,
Jamie.
It's creepy looking.
Oh,
if
that
you
looks
stare
like a little
Peggy in the eyes, you
Yeah.
get cursed. And so it's the same thing with this doll.
Oh.
And so we blurred it for our fans.
So your fans don't get cursed?
Yeah,
Are we getting
through a
cursed right
screen.
now?
I think
we
you might
could
get
be.
cursed.
What the fuck, Jamie? Don't curse me.
Do you want me to show it on the show?
We
Look it
can
up
all
yourself.
Die.
No, what's interesting is obviously there's all those stories, whatever. So what really gets us is when people have their own personal experiences that they come and talk about. What we didn't realize is how many people had experiences with doll.
Yeah.
They calculated to more than 10,000 people have written in apology letters to Robert to ask for forgiveness because of the curse that he put on them. 10,000 individuals. Maybe even if 50% of those are bullshit, there are 5,000 people out there that genuinely believe they have been cursed by this doll by taking a picture of it.
Including Ozzy Osbourne.
What? Ozzy wrote a letter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it wasn't a letter.
Sorry.
On his show?
Parkinson's. I think he has Parkinson's right now, I believe.
Right.
And he blames that on Robert the Doll because the story is there's a big touristy shop at the end, and he bought one of the little Robert the Doll plushies and put it in a microwave and was making fun of it and stuff, and then claims that he got Parkinson's because of that. So
Well, a lot of people
Yeah.
get Parkinson's without that. Ozzy Osbourne
Right.
blames Year of Hell on Haunted Doll.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Look at him. Oh my God. The Black Sabbath rocker was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease last year and underwent spinal surgery following a fall at his home. Makes the claim that his family's new reality TV show, I guess it should have said. The Osbournes want to believe. The show sees his son, Jack, 34, trying to persuade Ozzy, 71, mom, Sharon, 68, and sister Kelly, 35, to believe in the paranormal, including ghosts, UFOs, fairies, and werewolves.
fairies.
One episode sees Jack produce a doll named Robert that he reveals is the original doll that inspired the Chucky horror movie franchise. Jack says so the actual story of Robert the Doll is that it's cursed by the spirit of his owner. If you disrespect him, make fun of him, take a picture without asking, or even handle him, you'll be cursed and terrible things will begin to happen in your life. Ozzy throws the doll to the floor saying, "You think it's a fucking joke? It's bad luck. I keep telling you, you keep thinking it's fucking not. But just look at what I'm saying. Just look at what's going on with me. You think it's a joke? Just look at me. It ain't bad luck." Yeah.
Is Ozzy in here right
I was
now?
going to say, that
great.
was spot on.
Whoa.
Well, fuck that doll.
Yeah.
No, I don't need that doll in my life.
No, thank you. But that's why we blurred his face.
Right. So
on
you
screen.
were in the presence of this doll.
Yeah, so
And what is it like to be around this doll?
it's definitely weird because we've been in a lot of haunted places, but it's different when you're dealing with a haunted object because it's not the building and the vibe we're in is haunted. It's more like this specific thing that's in front of me.
And what is the story behind this doll? Like, why is it supposedly haunted?
So this guy it's like a 3.5 foot tall doll. It's like a life size type of doll. It's really weird. He gave it to his son, and the son's name was Robert Otto.
It was Gene Robert Otto.
Gene Robert Otto, or Robert Gene Otto, and he gave his first name and his clothes to this doll. And so the kid and the doll became best friends for years and years and years. And he basically embodied this guy and just became Robert himself. But over the course of his childhood and all the way up until I think he left his parents' house to go to college, he would have horrible things happen to him because of this doll. And this doll was allegedly taken from like Germany at this the shop, the
It
company.
was like it was called the Stife,
Stife.
the same company that created like the original teddy bear.
Yeah.
Created this doll.
So from the original teddy bear company, he brought this doll from Germany to give this guy in Florida, and throughout his entire childhood, like things will like chairs would be moved, like all these horrible bad luck things would happen. Like he would almost, it would like to the parents, it would seem like he was arguing with someone in the room, and they'd hear two voices, and then when the parents would run into the room, it was just him and the doll. And
Which
so
is
they're like,
creepy
"What's
because the
going on?"
parents would say that they heard like their little kid's voice and then like an older, deep, like man's voice
Oh, Christ.
talking back and forth. And apparently that was Robert. But the big theory about Robert is that he was also one of these like egregore in an object sort of like, I don't know, creatures, I guess, puppets, I guess you could say, because Gene would always blame everything that he did wrong on the doll. So like if he would like if you know, furniture would be like all around his room or whatever, his parents would come and try to ground him, he'd be like, no, Robert did it. And so all that negativity going towards this doll for his entire life, like, is why people believe that it has like evil to it. Like it manifested this evil.
It's supposed to
Can
just
you
be bad luck.
imagine being outside your child's room and you hear your kid talking and then you hear someone responding,
Like an old man.
just like a low voice, no, that's not what we're going to do, Billy.
I would cry.
And then you
instantly.
open up the door and it's just a doll sitting there with your kid.
And it looks like that?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
a
God.
dead-faced doll, too. It's
Yeah.
there's something creepy about the lack of expression that doll
For
has.
real. And the crazy thing too is like our guides there were saying that it will like swallow every once in a while, or like you could see it
fuck.
blink and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Messed up.